up? What is up? What is up, my people? Welcome to the Red Light Special Live. I'm your host, Yaminah Legohn, brought to you by Art of Legohn. Welcome to the Red Light Special, where the topics are hot and juicy, and we're talking about sex and relationships and more. I've had a busy day, y'all. I like to just keep it real with y'all. It's been a busy day. I've been working on my business and doing what I got to do, okay, for my hustle child. Excuse my child over here, Trixie. She likes to jump in out of the camera because she don't know how to stay in her own little space. Anyways, let me just move my things around. So, I brought me a little candle. My hand, I kind of burned. I burned my hand the other day, so I have like a nasty scar. But let me get my candle going. I like to do my self-care. This is Pina Verbena. I think I said it right. But it smells good. Yes, let's get the mood and the vibe going with the candles and the lights and the wine. Now that I'm more of a grown woman too, I like to have my water too, child. If I'm a sip, I'm a sip. Or actually, I'm a sip, and I'm just gonna sip. When I was a little younger, it was shots, tequila, margaritas, Long Island iced teas. It was a hot mess, but I was grown. So anyways, how y'all feeling today? I've had a Trixie, we're not doing this today, okay? This is my show right now, not your show. Okay. Look, y'all, she's just not listening right now, so she's gonna come in. Anyways, let's move on, okay? So today we are going to be talking about business and relationships and business. So before I get into that, like I said, I had a long day. I had work to do. I still have to run a business. I still have to be a strong woman, and in the middle of the pandemic and in the middle of injustice going on in this system, man, I know we've been talking about online dating and, trying to keep it cute and all that, but that doesn't take away the fact that there's a lot of things going on that's negative and needs to be fixed, and there needs to be change. And with my platform, with my business, Art of Legohn, we are here to promote culture, unity, Black culture, people of color, the indigenous people, women. We're here to shed light on positivity and change, and at the same time be sexy and sensual and entertaining in the middle all of this. But it's all good. So last week we were talking about the signs from a Scorpio perspective. I got a lot of people was hitting me up after they saw the show talking about I gave you guys my top choice last week on which sign goes best with Scorpio. And I started with Cancer, and then I thought about everybody else, and I was like, But then I had the discussion. I talked to some more of my Scorpio people, and they say that Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, and Capricorns are good with Scorpios. That's what they're saying. I heard a lot of Scorpio and Taurus connections. I don't know too much about the Taurus. I told y'all last week, when I've met a Taurus, it was friends, it was cool, then we went on our way. But ding, 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 that's what they're saying, that Taurus and Scorpio are the match. Capricorns, I don't know about that. Like, Capricorns, they always got to have their way, and what they say it is what it is. Or, you know, sometimes that could be a little challenging. Virgos, I can see how that can be, I can see how people like that. But, you know, we had that discussion last show, but that was just the feedback I got from the last one. So who won was Scorpio relationship, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, and Capricorn. All right. So since we were talking about online dating and relationships, and let's move it forward with the relationships. You know, I want to speak on being a businesswoman and trying to be in a relationship. They say that, you know, women choose, a lot more women in 2020 choose, you know, their career over relationships. You know, they're choosing their career over having children. I did a little survey, and for women who are between 30 and 35, if they haven't had kids, or if they had kids, what's the latest they would have kids? And the results I got, it was, I had a lot of response from that. Majority of women said that 38 is their number of their cutoff. So I would say about, I would say 80% of the women said that they prefer to have it. They prefer to cut their time off of having kids at 38, and then the remaining 20% said that some of them had kids in their 40s, and some of them were already 39, and they were open to still having a kid in their 40s. The other portion of that question is relationships and being a working mom. A lot of women do not want to be no single mothers. Like, we know, like, just taking care of ourselves is a lot, and then to have a kid on top of that by yourself, I don't think so. So I did another survey on women who feel like I'm gonna have a kid when I want to have a kid. Either if I have a person or not, I'm going to have a kid. Versus the women who say, no, I want to be in a relationship if I'm going to have somebody's child. You know, I'm with the people that say they are not having no kid if there's no two parents going on. Like, my mom is a well, my mom is, we're all grown now, but she was a single mom. I mean, she was married, but I watched her, even though my father was still there, yeah, but it's when the two parents aren't in the home and they're separated, that can be challenging. So, you know, some of the women who say that they will have kids, even if they have a partner or not, power to you. Ain't no shame in your game. That do you, boo. But that's, you know, not even just, I don't want to just say it like that, because I know some women really want to have children. And if you want to have children, have children. If you have the means, hey, they say it takes a village to raise a child. You know what I mean? So if you aren't in a relationship, if you have your family and your village that's going to help you raise your child, then hey, more power to you. On the other end, like gals like myself, I ain't popping nothing. I feel confident and comfortable with the person I'm decided to take their seed and do all of that, you know. So this is where we get with relationship and business. So I want to talk about that. You know, I've been a businesswoman. I've been running my business, Art of Legohn, since 2010, and it's a multimedia arts and entertainment company. We specialize in music, dance, and visual arts. We're about creative performance and education and shining light and teaching people about Black culture and people of color. Just being a platform for providing for myself and other artists to express themselves. Because when I first started out in the game, there was a whole lot of colorism. going on when I was coming up in Hollywood, you know, and then I moved to New York because I wanted to do my own thing and do my own, but I wanted to be a boss and I wanted to learn how to be a boss. Okay. And that's what I did. That's what I do. Uh, and if I had a kid at that point, woo, child, by myself, oh no, it wouldn't happen. I feel like women, oh, that was a big smack, y'all. I don't got that. I don't got that smack thing that, you know, a lot of black girls do. You know, I don't do all that, so don't look for me for that. Okay. Um, yeah, I feel that I would have been able. I mean, I don't know what I would have done if I had kids, but I just know that, yeah, I had a lot. I feel a lot of women are okay with having kids in their 30s. You know, before it was like we had to get pregnant, get married by 25. You know what I mean? And then when you get to 25, you're like, wait a minute, I don't want to have no kids right now. So a lot of more women are saying that they are okay with having kids in their 30s, and I don't have no problem with that. Yeah. So relationships and business. So that's relationship as far as, you know, having a child and you know, being a businesswoman at the same time. I feel now more than anything, women are choosing their careers over, you know, even being in a relationship with someone. You know, a lot of women are seeing their worth and they're like, look, I don't gotta have a man, you know, to pay my bill. I mean, they've been saying that, but like even more, like women are, you know, more entrepreneurs. You know, we're taking care of our women have always been like that. But I think the fact of technology and the different things we have at the tip of our fingers, we're able to um, expand and progress, and so that's, you know, important. And that's what I represent. So yeah, women in business. I feel that in my experiences, if you're a strong businesswoman and you want to have a relationship, your partner should be on either on the same level as you or a little higher, meaning like they understand the grind and they grinding with you and they're going to support you and you're going to support them. Um, I always think it's good to be with a person that you can learn from them and they can learn from you. Um, but if that's not happening in the relationship, then what you in there for when you got a business to run? You know, why waste your time on relationships that's not going to do for you, and you still got business to do? I'm just saying this in general terms. I'm not saying this in particular for me, but just in general, that's what a lot of women, you know, feel. And I agree with what they say. Now, men, on the other hand, you know, they're doing their thing. They get to work and have, you know, a whole bunch of bitches and all that. You know, some men are okay with settling down, but I feel right now a lot of women are not just settling down anymore. You know what I mean? We've been told since we were children, kids, that we supposed to have a baby and get married. Like we had baby dolls, we had strollers and all this. Like, why was I changing Pampers at 5? Like, why did I have a kid at 2? You know, like that's how they try to get you. That's how the system be trying to get you as a child. That's why you always have to stay woke and pay attention. Like, you cannot be dumb. Like, or I don't want to say dumb, but just like, don't be gullible and don't just be so airy that you're not paying attention to what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? I know sometimes people see things and be like, I didn't see anything. Yes, you did. You know, we're in this time, the age of the Aquarius is the informative time. So there's so much information that's coming out there. So a lot of women are grabbing that and expanding. And if they feel they it doesn't even have to be a heterosexual relationship, just even with uh women and women, just women period, they're feeling like if the relationship ain't popping the way I need it to pop it and I got my business to take care of, we're choosing our business because the business is guaranteed longevity when we put the time, the hard earned money and all of that. The business is going to stay there. Your legacy is going to stay with your business. That's why I feel in prenups. I'm okay with that. And I say that for a businesswoman who knows where she's going with her chain. I ain't waiting around for nobody to make me a millionaire. A millionaire. I'm going to become that plus more on myself because I'm the SHIT like that, homie. So yeah, relationships and business. It's relationships is good when your partner can support you. It's good when your partner understands you and you guys can work side by side and you both can motivate each other. You can have intellectual conversations and good sex and all of that. That's dope. Like if you have a person that you're in a relationship with and you have a business and you're doing your thing, hey, get it, girl. That's what I'm talking about. But for them women out there that are probably in relationships where they're not happy and they're trying to progress and expand and create generational wealth, and you're in a relationship that's not feeding that, it's time for you to go. Today. We ain't got no time to waste now. But for the women who just feel like, I don't need a relationship, don't be like envy. Don't be like, let your past relationships take over you where you feel like you can't ever have love. Like, first you gotta be able to love yourself. Once you can love yourself, then you can really love in a relationship. You shouldn't just get into a relationship because you need love. And then if you need that, then you're trying to project and exert your energy, putting your business out, you're only going to burn out. So with business and relationships, is that something that can work? Is that something that you can work around and or is it something that's challenging for you to be in a relationship and focus on your business? Also, under the business and relationships, like, do you mix when you work with somebody and you might be attracted to them, but you do some That's some relationships and business. I personally do not agree with I'm not with the whole what they say, shitting where you eat, you know what I mean? Not saying that I haven't been attracted to somebody before. And if you messing with somebody at your job or messing with somebody that work with you, just make sure your paperwork is good. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that. So, business and relationships. Women are choosing their careers over having and starting a family. And is that a problem? No, it's not. If there's women that are still traditional and want to still have a family, hey, that's you. That's what you want to do. That's not wrong. That's not bad. That's what you want to do. I'm just saying that women now have more options than they did before. And I think that's dope. And on top of that, Black women like myself, we are killing it with our business. Power to my sisters. Keep striving because, we birth kings and we build tribes. We birth tribes. That's what we do, okay? So I'm never going to be ashamed of admitting that because I know my melanin is always popping. So with that type of motivation, I always push and continue the hustle. So, moving on. I wanted to highlight something. I just got my company Art of Legohn just got highlighted through Fractured Atlas, which is our fiscal sponsor. And I wanted to show y'all real quick what that looks like because I am very proud of it. Here we go. Member spotlight. Share. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, so Fractured Atlas is our fiscal sponsor. So I use them in order to accept donations. So this was I was interviewed by Nina Berman Shout out to Nina Berman. So it's pretty dope. You know, it's a whole situation. It's full out. Shout out to Soul Sisters Leadership Collective for recommending me to Fractured Atlas. And then there goes your girl, pow, looking good and juicy. And then let's go down. This talks about all the stuff I do as far as what I started my business in 2010, y'all. Okay. Yes. All of this. So I'm going to put this link in here so you guys can see. This is me teaching the youth West African dance. You know, your girl be working. Okay. I ain't playing with y'all. This is my crew. There's more people in my crew, but this is one of our shows. My show I produce, Red Light Special, A Night of Urban Burlesque. And it's just a full, thorough situation. And I'm proud of myself. So shout out to Fractured Atlas. Shout out to Nina Berman for interviewing me for that. This was definitely it was just dope to be acknowledged and highlighted for the work that I do. So for my ladies out there, look, we got to keep hustling. The hustling don't stop. Even when you have a kid, the hustle still gonna stop. Is the hustle going still gonna keep moving forward? Because then you got more to provide for. So as far as having kids and relationships and business, I'll come back into conclusion. If you're ready to have a kid, make sure that you're ready. Some people say, you know, you sometimes will have kids when you're not ready, but you know when you're ready. And it's okay if you want to have kids in your later 30s instead of your early 30s or your late 20s. If you want to wait, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think women are choosing their business over relationships, and that's cool. As long as they got something to, you know, scratch that itch. You know what I mean. So coming up, I'm going to be having some special guests on my show. Some women who've been in the game, who have their business. I'm going to be highlighting people, women specifically, who's been pushing their business. And I will also be having my fellas up on here too. So stay tuned for my next show with my featured guests. And y'all know where you can find me. You know y'all can follow me on the gram, Yaminah Legohn. You can go to yaminahlegohn.com. And don't forget to follow my company, y'all, because a girl be working. And if you want to donate, you can go to that Fractured Atlas. Let me see if I can put this in here. Yes, Fractured Atlas is right there so y'all can see it and read it. And I want to shout out my candle. It's been over here burning. I like candles, y'all. So if you have a candle company, you want to collaborate, holler at your girl. All right, thank y'all so much for tuning in. For my ladies, keep hustling. Don't let nobody let you down. Keep pushing, because it's always going to come through and manifest the way you need it to do. All right, y'all. Ciao.